We're talking about proportions and cross-multiplying, but it's not just about proportions and cross-multiplying today. Today is about utilizing every tool you've got, making your life as easy as possible. Levi, are you interested in making your life as easy as possible when doing homework?
Yeah.
All right, then let's talk about this. So 3, we already talked about this one in our preview. 3 times 2 equals 6. So 9 times 2 must also equal 18. There's our first method. Our second method, let's just do this and then you can write it. Our second method would be, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, is multiplying by the inverse. So if I multiply both sides by 9 over 3, my 3's cancel, my 9's cancel. This 3 cancels because it's actually 3 times 2, and I'm left with 18 over n equals 1 over 1. What must n be if it has to equal 1 over 1? 18. Or if you can't see that, 1 times 18 equals 18. So 1 times 18 must also be 18. Kind of similar to what Brenda did, right? Or there's the one where it's the heart method, cross multiply. I know, it doesn't look like a heart, but another teacher that I've talked to likes this heart method. That's how she does it. Can you tell it's not normally what I do? All right, so the cross multiplication method is n times 3, or 3n, equals 6 times 9. When we divide both sides by 3, we get rid of that 3, and we get n equals, let's cross that off and make it 2 times 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. N equals 18. Now some of you are going to say, this is the easiest way. But I'm going to show you today how all 3 of these can be used together. All right. Before I get to the lesson, I think I want to prove something to you. Okay, so check this out. Does 12 equal 12? Does 3 times 4 equal 2 times 6? Does 3 times 2 times 2 equal 2 times 3 times 2? Can't I remove 2 from each side of my equation? Can't I also remove 3 from each side? We're still equal, right? I can remove 1 from each side? Because isn't 2 equal 2? Is this true? Is 1 over 12 the same as 2 over 24? Let's factor. Is 1 over 3 times 4 the same as 2 over 2 times 3 times 4? Perfect, while we're recording. Can you put it on silent, please? Thank you. All right, back to the math. Guys, pull it together. 2 over 3 times 2 times 4. Is that the same as this? Am I right? Now, I've taught you that 2 divided by 2 is 1. Right? Now don't I have the same thing still? Aren't they equivalent? 1 over 3 times 4, 1 over 3 times 4? Couldn't I also remove a 3 from both sides? Can't I take a 3 from both denominators? Do you know why? Isn't it the same thing as multiplying both sides of my equation by 3 over 1? The same thing, right? It's called a balance move. As long as you take the same thing from the denominator as you did from the other denominator, it's a balanced move, right? Just like we've been doing with equations with everything. All right, so hold on to this while we do this lesson. Pencils down. My first step on any type of proportion problem is to simplify. Factor and simplify. Aaron, I need you paying attention. Actually, I lied. The absolute first thing I want you to do is put that in parentheses, because this is not a number. X is not separate from 2. This is a number. It's called the quantity of x plus 2. So for instance, for some of you, if you saw this, you can't cancel those 2's, right? Can't do that when you've got addition like that. So the first thing I want you to do is to make that a quantity. All right, now the second thing I want you to do is to factor and simplify. So let's factor this. I've got 10 is 2 times 5, x plus 2, 3 times 1, and 3 times 2. Isn't 3 divided by 3 1? Can I cancel these 2's? No, that's not a balanced move, right? I can't take 1 off of this side and 1 off of this side if it's in the denominator. Those aren't the same thing, right? So that's all I can do with it. But there are several approaches now. Let's just rewrite it. So I've got 10 over x plus 2. Let me rewrite my 10. 10 over x plus 2 equals 1 over 2. What do you think? Several approaches at this point. I'm going to do 2 of them. You think you can't do anything else? Let's cross multiply. 1 x plus 2 is equal to 2 tenths. Correct? So x plus 2 equals 20. Subtract 2 from both sides, and you get x equals 18. That's the most common way to do this problem. Let's look at this. I'm going to do this one in green. So 10 over the quantity x plus 2 equals 1/2. Isn't 1 times 10 equal to 10? So shouldn't 2 times 10 be equal to x plus 2? 2 times 10 equals x plus 2, or 20 equals x plus 2. Isn't that what I have here? See that? You didn't even have to cross multiply. I don't expect you to see that every single time. I just want you to know that there are many different ways you can do these things. You need to use your number sense. Okay, so let's look at our steps. Factor and simplify using balanced moves. That's what's key right there, balanced moves. Look for relationships. That's what I did with that. I found a relationship, right? If you can't find a relationship, cross multiply, then solve. So go ahead and let's do the next one. You do one more and then you guys do one, you can write it down. So no writing, pencils down still. Alright, so on this one, I automatically see I've got factors in here. So I'm going to factor it. 3 times 3, oh I told you to do this too. Over 2 times 3 equals the quantity of a plus 2 divided by 2. So on this one, I see factors. Isn't 3 divided by 3 1? Isn't something divided by 2 the same as something divided by 2? So what are we left with now on this one? 3 equals a plus 2. Yes. You can't go diagonal because then it'll make it unequal. But isn't taking a 2 off of each side the same thing as multiplying both sides by 2? Right? Number sense. So now I'm left with, I could have cross-multiplied from the very beginning and I would have had 9 times 2 equals 6 times the quantity of a plus 2. But by using number sense, I just made my problem this. Just by factoring and canceling. Do you like factoring now? Still not convinced? Subtract both sides by 2. A equals 1. Let's try another one. You guys try this one. All right, let's see how you guys did. Waiting. Okay, so out of the 17 that put it in, most of you got C. So let's check this out. Now remember I told you there's lots of ways to do these, right? This is how I would do it. 2 times 5 over 2 times 2 equals the quantity b plus 8 over 2 times 3. My 2's cancel. My 2's cancel here. Balanced moves, right? I'm left with 5 over 1 equals b plus 8 over 3. I could either do 1 times 3 equals 3, right, Andrew? And 5 times 3 equals b plus 8, or I could cross multiply, whichever one you like better. So I have b plus 8 equals 15. Subtract 8 from both sides, v equals 7. Questions? Selena.
What was the other way?
Exactly. 5, the other one was 1 times 3 equals 3. So 5 times 3 equals v plus 8. Is that what you did? Oh, hold on, I can't hear. You did what? You've left it as 5 over 1 equals v plus 8 over 3. You just put 5. Okay. I need it quiet, please. Excellent. Another way to do it. Good job. Very good job. Yes? This? Okay, so you see this right here? 5 over 1 equals v plus 8 over 3. How do you get from 1 to 3? You multiply by 3 and it's going to equal 3. So couldn't I do that on the top too? Whatever the top is, doesn't it have to be the same? 5 times 3 equals v plus 8. 5 times 3 equals v plus 8. 5 times 3 equals v plus 8. No matter which way you do it, you're still going to get the same thing. It'll come to you. We'll do more practice, okay? Try this one. Before we go any further, this is n plus 9, right? Can I do this?
No.
Is that a balanced move? No. Because it's not. In order to get rid of 5, wouldn't I have to multiply by both sides by 5? Right? If you're not, you're taking something off of the numerator on this side and something off the denominator on this side. Is that balanced? No. You could take something off of both denominators, you can take something off of both numerators, or you can take something off of something that's right over it, but you can't go across that equal sign. It makes it unequal. Okay, so we've got 1920 answers. Let's end this. Wow. That's pretty good. But I didn't get everybody, so let's do this together. Let me cover this up. All right, so I can't cross out my 5 because that is not a balanced move. So look for relationship. 2 times something makes 5. That's going to be a fraction or decimal, right? Don't want to do that. So I could, like I said, take the inverse of this side and the inverse of this side to make it look like this. That's one approach. Then multiply both sides by 5. We could do that. Right? Or I could just cross multiply right from the get-go. So 25 equals 2n plus 9. 25 equals 2n plus 2 9s. 25 equals 2n plus 18. Take 18 off of both sides. And I've got what? What's 25 minus 18? 7 equals 2 over n. Divide both sides by 2. N equals 7 halves. Yes? Because 1 is in the numerator on this side, and 1 is in the denominator on this side. Are those both equal? This 5 is in the numerator. This 5 is on the other side of the equal sign in the denominator. So they're not equal. Taking 5 off of each side like this is equal. Now the reason we do this is because 5 divided by 5 is 1. But 5 on this side and 5 on that side is not equal to 1. Good question. All right, let's try pencils down again. What's different about this one? There's a variable in the numerator, and there's a variable in this quantity right here. I'm looking to factor and make balanced moves. Can I do this, Levi? I can't touch it because it's in that barrier, right? Can I get rid of anything else? Is there any other balanced move I can do? Nope. Look for relationship. Do you see a relationship? 3p, 7, I don't see a relationship. So I must cross multiply on this. So 7p's is equal to 3p plus 2. So 7p equals 3p's plus 3 2's. 7p equals 3p plus 6. What can I take off of both sides? Just 1? Couldn't I take 3p off of both sides? Couldn't I just do this? Didn't I take 3p's off of both sides? And when I took 3p over here, I was left with 4p. Right, Andrew? So now what do I do? Divide by 4. Thank you, Frankie. This goes away, and I've got p equals, I see factors in there. This is the big plus about factoring all the time. You no longer are able to leave things like that because you say, I see factors in there. I know I can cancel things in there. So then you're no longer making the mistake of leaving things that are not in simplest form. There's your answer right there. Questions? You want to try one on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one. You try this one. Okay, so out of 28 people, most of you got B. Let's see if B is right.
He is right.
B is right? Are you confident?
Confident.
You're sure?
Also sure.
B is correct. All right, let's work this one out real quick. So I don't see anything I can factor. So I'm just going to cross multiply. 7 times n plus 1 is going to be equal to 10n. So I have 7n plus 7 when I distribute equals, so you forgot to distribute. I can take 7 n's off both sides, right? How many would I be left with? 3 n's equals 7. Divide by 3, divide by 3, n equals 7/3. You didn't distribute right. Okay. All right, I'm going to do one more for you. What's different about this one? Okay, so I'm going to make sure I do my quantities first so I don't mess that up. Can I factor and simplify using balance moves?
Yes.
Yes. 2 times 2 over k plus 9 is equal to 2 times 3 over k minus 5. Can't I, using balance moves, remove a 2 from both numerators?
Yep.
Yes. So now I have 2 over k plus 9 equals 3 over k minus 5. Now I can cross multiply. Oops, I should have done that on the last one. So 3 times k plus 9 is equal to 2 times k minus 5. Distribute gives me 3k plus 27 equals 2k minus 10. If I take 2k off both sides, what am I left with? 1k plus 27 equals negative 10. It's kind of hard to take it off both sides, so let's just add negative 27 to both sides. No, you don't want to do that?
You said 6, 7.
Uh-huh. Exactly what we're doing, right? K equals negative 37. Questions on this one? You guys ready to do it? Your turn. Let's see. Yes.
Oh my god, everybody chose something.
You guys are doing well. Yes. All right, guys, quiet down. Let's do this together. All right, so this is really what?
1/2.
1/2. You want to see, simplify first, right? Factor and simplify. So how many of you did this? K plus 10 times 2. Did you cross multiply? Did anybody, and then 1 times k plus 7, did anybody do anything else? Did anybody see a different relationship? No? Check this out. What is 1 times 2? So couldn't you do the same thing on the other side? Isn't that 2 times k plus 10 equals k plus 7? You see it?
Kind of.
Let me say it again.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Okay. All right. Isn't this 1/2? So you can either cross multiply, right, and get this, or if you saw that there was a relationship between this and this, which is 1/2, 1 times 2 equals 2. So k plus 10 times 2 must also equal that, which is exactly what I have. K plus 10 times 2 equals k plus 7. So I did not come up with that. That was a student in last class that came up with that. Brenda? Yes. All right, so I have 2k plus 20 equals k plus 7. What can I take off both sides? K. What am I left with? 1k plus 20 equals 7. Minus 20. K equals negative 13. Do your homework. Oh, we forgot our closing thought. All right, guys, what did you learn today? Proportions, factoring. What are the 3 methods for solving proportions? Cross multiplying, that's the same thing as that heart method, right? Also looking for a relationship, right? That's why there's a heart around it. Okay. The person next to you is absent. How would you explain the steps when solving proportions? Somebody raise their hand and tell me the steps. What's the first step? No, it's done. What's the first step?
I got your hand.
You can't remember it? What do we do first, no matter what? Before that, factor and simplify, right?
Yeah.
Then what do we do second?
Look for a relationship.
Look for a relationship. If I don't see a relationship, what do I do third?
Cross multiply.
Cross multiply. That's it. On your assignment sheet, in this problem, I need it quiet. Listen up. In this problem, I blank cross multiply because blank. Can you cross multiply with this one? This is a plus sign.
Oh.
That is the most common mistake.
So we can't cross multiply that?
You cannot cross multiply when you have an addition sign. You can't cross cancel. It's an addition sign. It's saying this fraction plus this fraction. If I say 1/2 of a pizza is equal to 3/6 of a pizza, that's right. That's correct, right?
Yes.
Can I say 1/2 of a pizza plus 3/6 of a pizza? That equals 1 whole. I can't start canceling things, right? All right. Yes, you really have to do both on
Can we do Monday?
No.